Last week on Run It, we looked at top esports and broke down why they were the pre-tournament favorites to win the 2020 League of Legends World Championships. Right away, there were comments asking for a similar breakdown about DAMWON Gaming, the #1 seed from South Korea. So let's do it. I admit coming into Worlds I had some reservations about DAMWON. As I said in the last video, a lot of the teams in the LCK didn't look very good, and I thought that might be inflating the perceptions of DAMWON's strength. But after seeing them in the first round robin of the group stage, I don't have those doubts anymore. Using a custom statistical model trained on top-tier pro play, I've been tracking win probabilities for DAMWON and the other teams. Look at their performance in their first 3 games. With the exception of a brief dip to 40% in the early game against PSG Talon, DAMWON's win probabilities have climbed up to game over levels incredibly quickly. By the 17-minute point of all 3 games, they've already topped 90% chance of victory and never dropped below it again. I expected to see these kinds of clean snowballs based on DAMWON's all-time great early game performances in the LCK this summer, though. Their early game rating in the summer regular season was the second highest I've ever recorded across an entire regular season since I created the metric in 2016. What I didn't expect, but should have with a little more research, was the diversity DAMWON used to earn those wins. By reputation, I knew that DAMWON liked to play through the top side of the map with high-pressure picks for Nuguri and roaming champions for Beryl. They both have some favorites, and Pantheon in particular is a signature champion for Beryl, but they also have very deep champion pools, as we've seen with Nuguri's Lulu against Rogue and picks like Poppy and Sejuani for Beryl earlier in the summer. And don't think for a second that Nuguri's heavy use of AD bruisers means he can't bring out an impressive Ornn when he wants to.
Call comes in, Showmaker going to get tagged, but there's the Ornn, that's going to interrupt us immediately! The Renekton's going to fall first blood!
In fact, DAMWON are highly flexible throughout their entire draft, with no one on the team blind picking more than 57% of the time throughout the summer split. In-game, DAMWON are much more aggressive than TES during the first 10 minutes. Domestically, they generated an average of 2.5 kills per game by the 10-minute mark compared to TES's 1.9. Most of those kills come on the top side of the map, with more mid-lane kills than TES as well. That results in very large golden experience leads, but remember that we're comparing between leagues here, so the real takeaway is not the size of the numbers on either side, but where the leads go. The standout number from that perspective is Canyon's GXD at 10 minutes. Unlike Karsa, who sacrifices himself to get his lanes ahead, Canyon vaults himself into the largest leads on the team. From these numbers, it might look as if Ghost is a weak point in the early game, especially with Beryl roaming so much, but remember what I said about flexibility? Hand these guys a Caitlyn Lux duo and see what happens to your bot lane tower.
And his first turret going over to DAMWON as carrier.
I know I've focused a lot on the DAMWON early game because it's such a defining feature of their play, but as I watch them more, I'm equally impressed by their intelligence around when not to take fights and how to play the map. I don't track any metrics for bad fights not taken, so you're gonna have to trust me on that. But that intelligence, combined with the brutality and efficiency of the early game, is what has convinced me that DAMWON Gaming, not top esports, are the best team at Worlds this year.